The Bat's Bite, a folktale of the unexpected vampire. In the heart of the Kolo village, nestled within the thick, endless forest of Central Africa, lived a young girl named Nia. She was known for her beauty, humility, and her radiant smile, which brought joy to everyone who crossed her path. Her family lived in a humble hut, and every evening, Nia would fetch water from the stream that wound through the forest, bringing life to the village. One moonless night, when the air was still, Nia ventured to the stream a bit later than usual. The stars shone faintly above, and the forest was quieter than normal, as if it were holding its breath. Nia felt a strange presence, but she pushed the thought away, reminding herself that she had walked this path countless times. As she knelt by the water to fill her calabash, a sudden fluttering of wings startled her. Before she could react, something swooped down and bit her neck. She gasped and slapped at the creature, catching a glimpse of a bat, its small eyes glowing in the dark. The pain was sharp but fleeting, and soon the bat disappeared into the shadows. Nia touched the spot on her neck where the bite had been and found a drop of blood. Shaken but unafraid, she hurried home, dismissing the encounter as a strange but harmless incident. However, over the next few days, she began to feel different. At first, it was small things. Her skin became cooler to the touch, her appetite vanished, and her senses sharpened. She could hear the rustle of leaves from miles away, see clearly in the deepest of nights, and even sense the beating hearts of animals from a distance. But then, the thirst came. It was like nothing she had ever felt before. No amount of water could quench it, no food could satisfy the hunger gnawing inside her. One night, while everyone slept, Nia found herself wandering into the forest. Drawn by an unseen force, she stumbled upon a small antelope drinking by the stream. Before she could stop herself, she pounced. Her teeth, now sharp as needles, sank into the animal's flesh, and warm blood filled her mouth. The relief was immediate and overwhelming, but as she looked at the lifeless body of the antelope, horror consumed her. She ran back to the village, trembling. Nia tried to hide what had happened, but the changes were becoming too obvious. Her once warm brown skin grew paler each day, her eyes gleamed unnaturally in the dark, and she avoided the daylight more and more. The villagers noticed, whispering among themselves. Some said she had been cursed by the forest spirits, others believed she was possessed. One evening, the village elder, Baba Kwame, who had lived through many seasons and knew the ancient ways, called Nia to him. He sat by the fire, his eyes wise and gentle. "Nia," he began, "I know what you are becoming. You were bitten by a bat, a creature linked to ancient curses that roamed these lands." Nia trembled. "Am I cursed, Baba?" The elder nodded solemnly. "There is an old legend. Long ago, there was a powerful medicine man who angered the spirits of the forest. As punishment, the spirits transformed him into a bat, forcing him to live between the worlds of the living and the dead, feeding on the life force of others. Those bitten by his descendants bear the mark of the curse, they become vampires, creatures of the night." Nia's heart sank. "Is there no cure?" Baba Kwame shook his head. "There is no cure, but you must learn to control the hunger. If you let it rule you, you will lose yourself completely. But if you master it, you can live among us without harming the village." Nia listened carefully. She did not want to become a monster, nor did she want to leave her family and the people she loved. For the next several months, with Baba Kwame's guidance, she learned how to harness her newfound strength, how to control the thirst, and how to live in harmony with both her human and vampire sides. Though she could no longer walk in the sun, Nia became the village's protector in the night. She used her heightened senses to guard the people from dangers that lurked in the darkness, and in return, the villagers accepted her for who she had become. She was no longer just Nia, the kind girl who fetched water. She was Nia, the night guardian, a living embodiment of an ancient legend, feared by some but respected by all. And so, the legend of Nia the vampire spread throughout the region, not as a tale of fear, but as a story of resilience, acceptance, and the power of mastering one's inner darkness. In time, she became a symbol, a reminder that even in the face of a curse, one could choose to find balance and protect the people they loved.